Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for June 16th through the 30th. Today, we'll be starting off with an oracle card to check out your overall energy. We'll look at your energy specifically, the energy connected to you, and how those mingle and dance in the middle. We'll then close off the reading with an oracle card for the Capricorn Collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will have links in the description below. And you can also look up your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. If you want to connect on social media, I have links below for that. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay. Every time my nose itches, I feel like it's time to start. Like at the end of each of these little intros, it always seems like my nose is like, okay, let's go. Cappy. Definitely feeling energy in the heart space for you today, Cappy. So let's see what's going on. So Capricorn, your overall energy is the number 4 card, the surprising splendor of life. It says, enjoy the fleeting pleasures of your everyday. Nice, because I feel like you all are so dedicated. You're such hard workers that there are times where maybe you miss some of the little things that are happening around you. But let's find out what the surprising splendor of life is meaning for you here. All right. Cool, cool. Okay. Okay. Feeling into the energies here, Capricorn. So on your side, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. Capricorn, it really feels like I feel the grind inside you, and I'm feeling it a lot in my heart space here. But here we have the Wheel of Fortune coming in. I really think you are wanting a change in your life. You're wanting a big change. You're wanting a refreshing change. You are looking for options to open up for you. You don't want to be necessarily in situations where it's just very black or white. It's very rote. It's very monotonous. You're really wanting momentum here, and you're wanting to move into a space where you have a lot more choices. Now, for some of you, if you're dating, this could be in love. This is the 7 of Cups here, but it could also be choices about the things you love to do, places to travel to. Remember, we're asking you to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of your everyday, and maybe there will be some things opening up on a day-to-day basis that if you're in that grind and your heart's not open, you might miss. Now, you also have the 6 of Pentacles here. I feel like you're in a place where you want to be able to give from an overflow, and it feels like you may be really taking a look at your finances in this scenario. So you want these options open, but there's also the consideration, the very practical consideration of how do I pay for said options when they open up, right? If I want to take advantage of something. So we'll get some clarifiers, but very interesting energy. Now on their side, they get the 3 of Wands, the Sun, and the 7 of Pentacles, which is interesting. They're in kind of a what I would call a complementary energy to you, but just coming at things from a different angle. There's a lot of focus for this person around passion and collaboration, but they haven't really moved forward with it quite yet. Maybe they're in like a planning phase, or they're making the blueprints, or they're working on the vision board. This individual comes off to me as like a very happy individual who's open to life, who's open to growth, who's open to new things. They do appear a bit stuck though with the Seven of Pentacles here. They're kind of waiting. There's something this person is waiting for. I don't necessarily think they're waiting for like happiness to come in, right? Because that's a very day-to-day internal job. I mean, this person could also benefit from, and if you know who this is and you can communicate this to them, to really look for the pleasures in their everyday life, that might help them. So you're very focused on, you want momentum, you want a lot of choices opening up, and you're going to figure out how to balance out that financially. They're in maybe a bit of planning, maybe a bit of patience, maybe they're having to wait for some reason, or they're waiting for something, but they're, you know, appear to be quite happy anyway, even in this place where maybe their energy seems a little slowed down. In the energies in the center here, how they're coming together in this relationship, we have the Six of Swords and we have the Page of Cups. I actually like these two energies together. They do feel a bit new. They feel a bit young, a bit youthful. And I think this relationship, from what I can see, might be in some of the learning stages or stages of whatever cycle you're going through. This is the two of you are kind of newly considering things. Let's put it that way. There's this new freshness. And maybe that's why the surprising splendor of life comes up, because the universe is encouraging you to, hey, as you're moving and as you're planning, moving, strategizing, whatever each of you is doing, remain open to the delights of the everyday that would otherwise seemingly be mundane. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Four of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Oh boy, Cappy, you're really tired of dealing with bullshit and with people. Okay, so the energy I'm getting is like you want nothing to do with people who are like breathing down your neck, the micromanaging type of people. If you are in a job environment where you have this pesky kind of energy, very controlling, very like my way or the highway kind of energy, you're showing me that drains you and that affects your stability and you want to change. For some of you, you may actually be trying to get out of a job situation because you're just, I get the sense you're done. You're done. This was a long time coming and you're done, like done. Okay, so if you're not physically out of there yet, I can see you really want to be. Let's just put it that way. Let's look at this Seven of Cups for you. The Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is where, like, your greater being is telling me this is where your work lies. So you want this change and you want things to open up for you. And there's this little bit of doubt that you can do it. Like that you can do it with your resources in the world, that you can resource this experience for yourself. Now that could be resources that are financially based. We do have, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. How am I going to do this? How am I going to build my life, my finances, my wealth? If I walk away from this job and this situation that's actually I'm done with, that I'm past done with, because I feel like you just hit the wall with it. And how do I focus on doing what I love without drowning in the lack of resources? There's where you need to do the work. So with this clarifying the Seven of Cups, I feel like right now, let's look at the choices for how you can do this part of the work. And I think that will help open up whatever situation you're trying to get out of. For some of you, it might be a relationship that you're just done with, and you're thinking, how am I going to do this on my own if I separate from my partner? We have our finances mingled, that kind of thing, right? So that could be the case. It could be, you're moving out after living with family or something like that, or maybe a family member has passed on, and there's doubts and fears here about making this change or this change happening. But what we're what we're encouraging you to look at, what your greater being wants you to look at is, what are your choices for support? What are your choices for dealing with this doubt and fear that you have of, will there be enough? How am I going to do this on my own? So we're getting into some of maybe the subconscious patterning here, but they're showing me that this is the path. You're showing me this is the path to you figuring out how to live a life that really brings you more love, more joy, more abundance than you've been able to imagine and manifest thus far. Let's look at this Six of Pentacles. Yes, here it is again, clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. This is a double message here about your doubts and fears about not being able to do this on your own, or do this differently, or do this in a way that there may be some fears here of really showing up for this and being fully present for this. And it could be that you're a bit drained from this other situation. So again, coming back to the Seven of Cups, I really feel like that Seven of Cups, it's about choices for how to work with this energy and heal and transform this energy. So choices of how to transform it. I think you have more than one option. I think they're around you. I think it's time to pick one and work with it for a while and see. It's like we need to start pulling the strings here for you, because in order for you to have the change that you desire in your life, you need to take it down to these doubts and fears and start working with that a bit. For some of you, I am seeing some of you that journal. I am seeing you've maybe already journaled about this, or you might be sketching something about this. You may like to sketch. It might be a good place to put yourself in some creative, like automatic writing, meditative experiences for this, to see how you can kind of work through that. That may be one of the choices for that. I'm also hearing from you that you are very good with words. You are a wordsmith, and you're very good with words and meanings and etymology. That's cool. I love that. I always strive to be better at that. It's almost like you're not afraid of a dictionary or a thesaurus or, Latin terms and things like that. You don't mind that. You like those challenges, which is very cool. All right. On the other person's side, they've got this Three of Wands here, clarified by the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star. Yeah, so they're also looking for big change. And if you are let's say you are in a relationship with this person, I can see how the two of you are kind of like, we're kind of like working on our own stuff here. They are hesitating for some reason. And I think for them, what they're hesitating about is the grandiosity and the largeness and taking up space, and how successful they can really be once they get moving on this, on their passions and on their journey. And I feel like they're probably a great source of inspiration for you in a lot of ways. This is, they're definitely going through a very potent spiritual experience for themselves as it pertains to their dreams and desires. Let's look at this Sun card for them, because off the bat, I did perceive that they have happiness here. But it's been, okay, so this person has had their share of hard times. Clarifying the Sun is the Moon, which is the dynamic opposite there, the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords. This happiness that they've been able to find, see, their life has been about finding this happiness within themselves, that inside job. I always say happiness is an inside job, and for this person, it definitely has been. I see them going deep into their shadows. They may have done some sort of shadow work and clearing and transmuting there. I feel like they're pretty good at it. They've been through the ringer with it. But they also have the Seven of Cups here, like you. So they also I feel like they found some inner peace and happiness through the work that they've done. So maybe this person has a little key to one of your Seven of Cups or an idea. I gave you one with the writing and the words, but maybe they have something that, because like I said, I get that this person kind of serves as an inspiration for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. This could be a friend or a mentor, or just somebody like an aunt or uncle that you love and admire that always gives good advice. For the Seven of Pentacles, they get the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Emperor. Yeah. So I like this energy that they're putting over this Seven of Pentacles, over their patience. They're nurturing this time of maybe reflection. And maybe, yes, it does appear that they're a bit stuck, but they're finding the positive route through that, if that makes sense. And they're staying strong with that. I do feel like this person is someone who really does give from their heart in a very innocent and sweet way. Good intentions coming from the heart space here. And really underneath it all, a lot of determination. I feel like they know that they'll land where they need to land with when they come out of this time where they're kind of being patient and waiting. And like I said, it could be an external circumstance that's causing them to not be able to move. But as soon as they can, I feel like they will. Very active energies with the Emperor coming in there. Let's look at the Six of Swords in the connecting energies. So the energy that's clarified on your side is the Chariot. Beautiful. This is Cancerian energy. For those of you who might have Cancer energies in your chart. Remember, Cancer and Capricorn are the opposites though. And over here, they're dealing with the sun and the moon, and you kind of have the Cancer Capricorn aspects going on. So you may want to take a look at that. And also I'm getting the inclination for you to check your North Node, because the North Node is what we want to study as we age and as we grow and as we evolve. It's the energy we're supposed to be mastering in this lifetime that we're in, our North Node. It's what we're aiming to uncover, right? Now for the Six of Swords here in the middle, you brought the Chariot. They bring the Six of Swords. So they do bring that reassurance. I was right about that. They bring you reassurance. They bring you inspiration. They bring you like a peace of mind that I think is really important. So yeah, this person is an important part of your growth at this time, even if it's not like a long-term, romantic relationship. If it is, wow, they're really bringing you peace, Cappy, which I love. That's beautiful. For the Page of Cups on your side, the Eight of Cups comes in, and on their side, the Ace of Cups. So here we have the love here. Now, it appears to me for you that in the past, you have reluctantly, possibly walked away from a love situation in order to regain a hold of the clarity of your own heart and the clarity of your own emotions. Again, I'm getting that Cancerian feel. You may have walked away from something because it wasn't, or someone, because they weren't supporting you and really filling your cup. Whereas this person, I feel like with the Ace of Cups coming in, they offer you a full cup. So whether they're a coach or mentor that you've hired, a therapist, whatever it might be, they're giving you their all, which is a really nice energy. And it's helping you understand the difference between what you dealt with before and what you're dealing with now. And some of you may be really running inventory on the entirety of love, relationships, finances, workplace, family. You're running inventory and you're seeing where you're really closing out certain cycles. You're really done with certain things. This person comes in and and they are kind of demonstrating ways that you can move through the energies that you're dealing with your doubts and fears, which is really cool. You've chosen correctly. Whoever you're working with here, you've chosen correctly. For this part of your life and your journey, this is very supportive energy. And from a place too, where this person is, they've been through it themselves. They're showing me I've put myself through these trials. I've faced my doubts and fears as well. And they're still doing it. You know, it's an ongoing thing. So I love that the overall energy is the reminder to just enjoy the simple pleasures that show up every day. I think that's really going to boost your energy as you go. And as you're choosing, like, okay, how do I begin to work through these fears and doubts? Because I do think you're aware of them. I do think you are. I don't think this comes as a surprise to you that you have fears and doubts about making your way in the world and it being like you being able to be okay and be able to give and how you give and giving from your heart and giving from doing what you love. Capricorn, let's pull you a card from the Earth Warriors Oracle to close out the reading. Capricorn, you got the Totemic Puma Power Awakening. I am Puma. I awaken within you the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and my precision, my fearlessness, and my decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred medicine to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. Capricorn, I get chills. This is so beautiful, and what a beautiful way to close out your reading, because this is where you're coming to. You're recognizing that everything that you want to change in your life is possible. You are definitely open to the possibility. Now it's just about clearing out the doubts and fears. And to me, it appears like you are in a good position. Now, for some of you, if you're like, wow, this all sounds great, but it's not happening to me yet in the physical, I haven't found this person who's supporting me, then it's in the energy. And energy just needs a moment and some time to come down into the physical. So watch for this, particularly this summer. And if this sounds good to you and you haven't sought out this support or this individual or this whomever this is to support you, then now's the time to start looking and get very serious about it. Capricorn, very cool reading. Thank you so much for joining, and I can't wait to see you next time.